I'm going to be decluttering pretty well, at least one area of every room in my house. This is a great opportunity to kind of rehome what needs to be rehomed. So I feel like we've got some good progress made. Our bedroom becomes the dumping ground for a lot of things in my life. I cannot believe the amount of garbage that was just under my bed. All right, you guys, it is time. We are doing a whole house declutter today. I feel like we can all finally and officially say that spring is here. I am no longer knocking on wood. I am no longer holding my breath. It's time for a new season and for things to warm up again. And every single time at this time of year, I always feel the urge to clean and to organize, but I do think that it is so helpful to start with a minimal space. So today we're gonna take stock of what is in my house. I'm going to be decluttering pretty well, at least one area of every room in my house. So we're gonna see how much I can get done and how quickly I can do it. As per usual, I am going to be sectioning everything that I gather together into 3 different zones. So things that need to be recycled or thrown out, things that can be donated, and things that I just need to put back to where they actually need to go. I feel like you spend so much time at home in the winter and things just get misplaced. And so this is a great opportunity to kind of rehome what needs to be rehomed as well. So if you're looking for decluttering motivation or inspiration this spring, look no further. We have a lot to get done. So let's get started. So first things first, we're starting off in an area of my home that's a little bit sketch. This door was knocked off the hinge by one of my toddlers a couple of weeks ago, and we're missing a part that we need to put it on. So we have a wide open door to the chaos right now. As you can imagine, losing this door is a nightmare because everything that is in here is just unhinged, and honestly, that's on me. I'm a little bit of like a serial decor hoarder. And then there's also just a bunch of stuff in here that shouldn't be here. Like a package of napkins does not really belong in this section, so we're gonna comb through all of this and see what we can let go of. Okay, where to even begin here? I'm gonna start with this mysterious box because wow, I really don't know what is in here. Okay, so these are a bunch of leftover handles from when we replaced all of the handles in our kitchen. Unless there's another space in our home that I would put these, and right now there's not. I don't know if I need to hold on to all of these, but you know what? No, I don't need it. It can go. We've got some Easter decor that I'll probably want to take out soon. Another thing that I have just way too much of are these little plant pots. I always buy these because I think that I'm gonna just be planting all sorts of things around my house, and it just doesn't actually happen. I've also got a number of wooden bowls that are nicely made, but I'm just not doing anything with them right now. I do find though that when a wooden bowl gets like grease stains on it like this, that I'm just much less likely to actually want to set it out. But if you guys know how to get rid of those, I feel like I would be more inclined to use them. I just get nervous to actually like put anything in it because they get all of these like gross spots on them and then just look kind of worn, but then they just sit in here. So I need to figure out how to fix that. These water pitchers I hold on to specifically for hosting larger gatherings. I have a number of different vases for florals, but I feel like I never know what vibe I want to go for my florals until I get them. So these poor placemats have seen much better days. I'm also not really in a season of life where like pulling out placemats is something that I do with 3 kids 3 and under, so I might also donate that. This I'm gonna donate. I'm really in it now. This was the first ever wood cutting board that I think I had in the kitchen when my husband and I got married. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck. Okay, we have a couple more planter pots. I think this one is a little bit more interesting, so I'm probably gonna say goodbye to this one. This one I'm struggling with. I saw this and thought it was beautiful. I just don't have a spot for it. I feel like until I have a better spot for it, it's just gonna stay in here. So I'm struggling on whether or not I keep this or wait until there's a better way to display. Okay, so here is the new updated state of my decor storage zone. In this little basket here, I have a bunch of my little like candle tapers as well as some seasonal decor. I did keep a couple of the little planter pots that I thought were cuter, and I think it would actually be fun to do some planting like this, even just with our kids, to try and experiment planting seeds with them and stuff like that for homeschool. Over here I have my taller vases, and then I kept a couple of little like marble charcuterie boards, and then down here is some of the shorter things. It's kind of just like a mix and match of some things that I use for flowers, some other random decor things, candle tapers, and then I am going to keep the wooden bowl bowls. But here is the result of zone 1 decluttering. This is the only thing that I just actually need to rehome. Everything here I'm going to donate. So that wooden cutting board, the placemat, some pots, some vases, this brand new, literally unopened carafe. I also have like a couple of just like little containers, and then also the cabinet pulls. Pretty successful for round 1. Dish towels are something that I do like to declutter pretty regularly. I generally have like the nicer ones that I'll set out just hanging on our actual oven, and then I have a couple ones that are more like beaters that I would say are like my working dishcloths that I use for things like cleaning around the house and things like that. And then I do also like to keep a number of just like Swedish dishcloths on hand. I use these a lot in the kitchen specifically. These are like actually from Sweden. And then everything that I'm decluttering today is here. So I have a couple of tea towels that I've just had for a super long time. There's some stains on them that I just haven't been able to lift. And then I am also going to declutter this apron that I got. I don't know when. This might have honestly been gifted to Jared, but neither one of us is like big on apron wearing while we cook. And I feel like if I was to wear an apron, I'd probably want it to be not this one. So I'm gonna donate that as well. The sun is shining, the window is cracked, and it is time to declutter one of my least favorite places in our home, the bathroom. This is one of those spaces where I just absolutely crumble when it comes to like organization and keeping things tidy. My husband will be the first to attest to that. It just gets so chaotic for me when it comes to storing all of the hair tools, storing all of the different products. So we are going to go through this and just restore order right now. And then I'm also going to go through everything that's in here because it's also just a hot mess. Once again, we have come to the age-old issue of me just like not having a good system for storing my hair tools. This is a curling iron that I have had since I was like 19 years old, and it still has just worked so well for me. It's held up. I think it was like 30 bucks at Walmart. Same kind of situation with my straightener. They all do the job. This is a crappy little Conair blow dryer that I have also had since high school. So when it comes to my hair tools, I just like stick to what's tried and true. I bought this like hair tool a couple of months ago, and that was like a crazy thing for me to do because I've just stuck to the same things for my whole life. This is like my hair tool lineup, and I don't know how to store it well when there's not like a ton of space under here. Right now I just try and keep most of my hair stuff in this bottom drawer, but a couple of other things have snuck in here, so we're gonna have to deal with those too. I also have a lot of like PR makeup stuff, some stuff that I hold on to and keep, some stuff that I actually also just hold on to because I want to be able to do like giveaways and stuff for you guys, but that doesn't need to be in this drawer. This Sephora body lotion I grabbed on sale because I heard that it was like kind of similar to the Brazilian Bum Bum scent, but it really wasn't, so I'm gonna get rid of it because I just don't use it. I have had this hair growth spray since I had Vivian almost 4 years ago, so it's gonna go. This is like a cleaning spray for my new red light mask. It smells so good. This is just leftover of a day monsoon moisture mask that I grabbed. This stuff is really good. I just need to actually remember to use it, and I just don't want to have all of this stuff in my shower all the time. And then lastly, this native deodorant. This did really work well for me for a season, but I found that it just like doesn't hold up for me anymore, and it's just been sitting in here, so I am gonna let go of it. And now we need to give this drawer a real good clean. Okay, so moving on from hair products up to just like general everyday products. Right off the top, we can see that there's a little bit of carryover from the hair product. This is another hair product. This is a dry shampoo, so another hair product. I really don't know why I have a package of baby wipes in here. And then everything else that's in here is just like a mess of a whole bunch of different skincare products, some random makeup things that have just escaped from my makeup bag. And some of this stuff is honestly just empty. Like this could have been thrown in the garbage a long time ago. This body butter is pretty old, so I'm gonna get rid of that. But the rest of this is just a bunch of little like skincare products that I need to either find a different spot for or just organize better. Okay, so I grabbed this little white organizer because I think that if I can contain some of the stuff that's in here, it's gonna feel a lot less crazy. So this is just from IKEA, and I'm gonna tuck it in the back here and try to stand some products up inside of it. This feels very exciting because not only do I have room in here, not that I need to be adding more things, but just the fact that I'm able to reduce so much by standing things up. And then I have like little things that don't necessarily fit in that spot over on the side. But like the fact that I can put my makeup bag back into this drawer is huge. So I can actually get my makeup bag back in here now. And this is literally everything that I need to keep inside this drawer. Everything else needs to be rehomed down to the hair drawer over here, or it just needs to be thrown out. So this is everything from that drawer that either needs to be thrown away or recycled. All right, moving on to this section here. This one's always a little bit tough for me. I've definitely seen this in worse shape than I'm seeing it right now, which is a little bit sad, but it definitely also could use some help. Like this section is doing a lot for our bathroom because our vanity for both Jared and I is not huge. It doesn't need to be. I've got 2 scales in here and I just need to figure out what I want to do about that. I also seem to just be holding on to a bunch of these like organizers and not actually using them to organize, which is interesting. But right off the top, I can see some stuff that can go. We have electric toothbrushes on stands right now, so I don't really need to be holding on to that. A lot of like product overflow, which I think I could find a better spot for. Okay, last up is this drawer here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is where I keep basically PR products that I'm not currently using but intend to use at some point. One of the really fun parts of my job is being able to receive PR and a lot of like great clean beauty products, but I just can't keep my makeup bag full of all of that stuff all the time. So I've got some Merit bronzer in here, the Merit Great Skin Moisturizer. This is not a clean product, but I have a couple of brand new Armani blushes that are really pretty and I've just never actually used. But there are also things that I have not used and have had for a while that I just don't think I'm ever going to use, like this. I think I'm gonna get rid of this wax stick that I got on Amazon and was using for postpartum flyaways for a while, but I just find that the day cream just works so much better. Okay, so some of these things I think I'm just gonna give to friends. I wanna do a big Merit blush giveaway soon because I have a lot of those. Okay, everything that is left in here I am either going to use or I will save for a giveaway. All right, this is the progress that was made on that last round. So my 3 piles here, this is the donate pile, this is either garbage or recycling, and then this is rehome. I feel like I honestly didn't get rid of a ton of what was there, but the stuff that I got rid of was huge. And that was most of my issue, was that there was just so much stuff taking up all of the space in there. So the fact that I'm able to get rid of this much just like bulky stuff in there is going to make a huge difference in how I'm actually able to organize everything else that's staying. Also, if you're wondering what the clanging and banging is, it is baby girl who is joining me from her playpen because she just learned to crawl this week and is way too mobile for what I'm doing right now. Okay, I do have one more bathroom to tackle, but I kind of just want to switch it up for a minute. So let's move on to the playroom. So this is our playroom for our 2-year-old, our 3-year-old, and our 10-month-old. Outside of a few toys in their room for like quiet times and stuff, this is where most of the toys in our house live. And I do regular declutters of this space pretty often, but one of the spaces that I really need to go through today is this kitchen. I've been going through the toys a lot recently and just deciding what I want to carry forward for future babies, especially now that we are 3 kids in. I feel like I have a lot of the evidence of what our kids do and don't play with over time. I feel like kids are always being gifted things and it's so generous, but it just becomes a lot to manage. And so that is why I'm just like so on top of decluttering the playroom often and making sure that what is in here is minimal, because my kids play so much better when they don't have too much stuff. I do need to go through all of these, but I did want to also mention that when it comes to the stuff that we actually kept and the stuff that we're going to hold on to for future kids and things like that, that so much of what we actually have chosen to hold on to is the stuff that we've gotten from KiwiCo. As a family, we are long-time fans of KiwiCo now. We have been getting their crates for I think 3 years, and our kids have absolutely loved everything that they have received in them. And if you have not heard of KiwiCo before, they are on a mission to help raise up of the next generation of innovators, and they know that that all starts from a young age by giving kids the opportunities to learn, to tinker, to create, and of course to play. So KiwiCo offers 5 different clubs that you can choose for your children depending on their ages, and basically these clubs are like continuous learning programs. So when your child is a part of a KiwiCo club, they'll receive activities throughout the month. And for the ages of 0 to 36 months, when you're really in like the baby and young toddler stage, you are a part of the Panda Crate Club. So in the Let's Chat crate, our 10-month-old got this super cute wooden barn and also these really cute wooden toy animals that can go inside it. Those wooden animals are amazing for stacking, and the barn is also amazing for getting a sense of like spatial awareness as they open and close it and kind of learn how to do that themselves. There are also super cute animal cards, so you can introduce the different animals to your baby and the corresponding sound that goes with them, which is amazing for early language development. The item that was like the biggest win for our 10-month-old was the activity pyramid and sensory ball set. She absolutely loves this thing. There's so much you can do. You can open and close the mirror on the back. You can turn the little gears on it. You can put the sensory balls in and pull them back out. So she has just had such a fun time exploring it. And it's amazing if your child is able to sit up independently or just use it for tummy time. So we have gotten amazing use out of that. Our 2.5-year-old just got the Let's Tell a Story crate, which is for the ages of 28 to 29 months. And it's great to promote language skills through pretend play and storytelling. Our kids have been absolutely obsessed with the fold up storyboard. They can also use the storyboard to lay out the different visuals and to create a story about what's happening there. So we have had so much fun with that. And the other thing that they have been absolutely obsessed with, like playing non-stop, is the load and go wood train set. Again, because we are part of Panda Crate Plus, this is one of those grow with me items that comes with that crate, and our kids have just loved building out the train set, having the different peg characters that it comes with ride on the train, be at the little like train stations they call it, match up their cargo and have it kind of drop down into the train. And so we have just spent a ton of time playing with the items that have come in their most recent crates, and my kids have learned so much through their time playing with them as well. 2 of the things that I love about KiwiCo as a parent are that A, their crates go through so much research and development. They spend hours and hours making sure that each of their crates is like perfectly tailored to your child's developmental stage, so that they really can get the most out of it from a learning perspective. But their crates also go through insane, rigorous kid testing. They want their crates to get an A+ when it comes to fun for kids as well. So as a parent, you're watching your kid learn how to do something new and just having such a blast doing it. And so if you are also a parent that is trying to achieve purposeful play in your home, signing up for a KiwiCo club is the perfect way to do that. So if you want your kids to experience the magic of KiwiCo and also to support my channel, head down to the link in my description box, because I do have an exclusive offer from KiwiCo for you guys. So if you have a child between the ages of 0 to 36 months and are signing up for the Panda Crate, the coupon code BETH will save you 20% off of your first Panda Crate. And if you have a child over the age of 3 and want to sign them up for a KiwiCo club, using that code BETH will actually get you 50% off of that first crate as well. So again, the coupon code is BETH, no matter how old your child is, and the link to access that is down in the description box. So I hope that you guys love it, and thank you so much to KiwiCo for working with me on today's video. I'm just gonna start by pulling everything out because there's a lot going on in here. Okay, so once again, I'm going to make a pile for everything that needs to be rehomed, garbage, and donated. So So this is what it's looking like in here now. On the shelf, I have all of the different play cups. Down here are just like baskets and cutlery. The little play wallet that they use is just an old one of mine. I kept pretty much just the wooden fruits and vegetables. I found that the little felt ones were not really getting played with as much. And we have a couple other little food sets from KiwiCo, little toast and cheese. They're great for counting. And then down here is all of their like pots, pans, bowls, and plates. Moving on to kids' shoes. I keep everything in this little handy basket, but there's a lot of stuff in here, like towards the bottom, that I just know doesn't fit them anymore. So let's see what we can pull out. All right, these are all going to the donate pile. Okay. Wouldn't be like a full declutter for me if I didn't also look through some kids' clothes. So I just ordered some new spring stuff for all three of our kids, but I have not gone through my son's stuff in a little while, and all of his pants are like turning into floods recently. So let's do a quick declutter here too. Okay, wow. I have to say that I am absolutely shocked by how many things here no longer fit him. All of this is the stuff that I'm going to be donating. It's either just very well worn or it's just not necessary for me to hold on to it for another little boy that in faith we will be having someday. This is all the stuff that I do want to hold on to because it was either really cute, in great shape, or just sentimental. I want to save it for another boy. So that's the keep pile. These are the only things in those baskets that actually currently fit my little boy. So I have been dressing him every day using what has just been like on the top of that pile, and then everything else that's been shoved in there has been too small for a while. So that was super helpful to go through. All right, you guys, this is where we are ending off after day one. This is everything that I decluttered between the hours of, I would say, like 10:30 to 4 p.m. today. I'm tapping out for today just because my kids are going to be home soon, and I still feel like I have so much that I want to do to be fully like completed in this. But this is the bag of all of the garbage. So I feel like we've got some good progress made. I have some recycling separate from that as well. So this is the end of day one, and I will report back when it's time to keep going. Okay, you know that feeling when you started a project and you had so much energy, so much excitement for it, you were ready, and then you just completely tap out mid-project? That's how I'm currently feeling. I woke up today just like so tired and not interested in continuing to declutter my house, but I'm also committed to just closing this tab out in my brain because I am now standing in the last space that I need to declutter to really have pretty well every area in my home under control. I will say I've been pretty good at consistently like going through each of the spaces except for the ones that you guys saw in this video. The only other space that I will say that I have not done that with well at all is our bedroom. Our bedroom becomes the dumping ground for a lot of things in my life because it's the easiest door for me to just like close and not have to worry about. And you may look around this room and think, what are you talking about? It looks relatively tidy. Wrong. Like I said, this is the room where it's just easy for me to hide things, and there are a lot of just hidden zones in this room where things are hiding, and we are going to reveal and uncover some of those today. Another thing that I just have to stop doing is using the top of our dresser as like a holding ground. These are two things that I do actually really just need to hang, but underneath those two things that I'm planning on keeping, I purchased access to a bunch of like fine art prints and then printed them myself for the frames, but none of the prints actually came out the size that I wanted to when I went to Staples. So for the longest time, I wasn't actually in love with any of the frames. And these were the ones that we had behind our couch for a while. I was debating hanging them up in the hallway, but even that was just like a holding ground for me to get rid of them because I don't actually love them. And when I picked this one up the other day, I realized that it was also actually shattered. So I'm not gonna hang that up on the wall. I think this one probably just needs to be thrown out, but someone will probably be really excited to find this at the thrift store. So I'm gonna add those two to the donate pile. We just replaced the dresser in my daughter's bedroom, but I had installed this hardware onto it before we put it into her room. So I took it off before we actually got rid of the one that we used to have in there, because these things can be expensive. I'm trying to decide if I put them on the front of this like Hemnes dresser that we have from IKEA. Right now, it's just the standard handles on it, and I'm debating putting these ones on instead. So let me know what you guys think. Next step is getting rid of more of the baby clothes that no longer fit my template mold. Okay, for tops, this is everything that is too small, this is everything that still fits, and this is the stuff that is just like too damaged to hold on to. Okay, and finally, these are the rest of the things that no longer fit from that drawer. This is what does fit, and this is the growing pile of things that are just too damaged to hold on to. So, as you have probably gathered, my nightstand is a little bit of a disaster right now, and I'm trying to think about why that is the case. And I don't want to sound like a hero, because that's not what I'm trying to say here, but I feel like I really just sacrificed my nightstand for the cleanliness of the rest of the room. If there is something that I don't know what to do with, and somehow it lands over here, I often do one of these. And that is the problem, because there is stuff in here that really does not belong in here. I'm actually just going to start with the books that I have in the bottom, because there's a lot of books in here that I have not been reading for a long time that just don't need to stay in this space. Like, this book has been in my nightstand now for at least a year, and I'm done with it. I've read it. It's time to put it back on the shelf. I've not actually read through all of this yet, so I want to keep it. I also haven't finished this one, and I forgot that I had it here, so I'm going to leave it for now. Bible can always stay in the nightstand, and this is one of my favorite books of all time that I read like once a year, but I've read it recently. So what I'm keeping down here is my Bible, a journal, and then a couple of books I'm still reading. And now we deal with this. I've got used up bottles of eczema cream basically everywhere in our house. Kindle. And this is what I'm talking about when I say that I will just chuck stuff in here to make our bedroom look clean. This is really not the best place to be storing an entire heating pad. Got some old pelvic exercises here for pregnancy. This is an old phone stand that I never really ended up using, so I'm gonna donate it. A bunch of good little sleep aid products that I forgot that I had. I really do have everything that I need if I wanted to put these on our dresser. This is a great devotional that I've read a couple times. And this is apparently where all of my missing ponytails have gone. All of this here is just garbage, and I don't know why, but I keep finding Yoto player cords all over our house. Okay, so realistically, the only things that I actually need to keep in this drawer are Kindle, one pen for journaling, and these. It is all of my stuff that I use for like gifting, cards, holidays, a little bit of like birthday decor, stuff like that. Bags that otherwise would have been great to keep for things like that are just getting crushed because it's way just overpacked in here. And I feel like that's what I do is after a birthday party or an event, if there's something I want to hold on to, I've just been dropping it in and shoving it closed. So we're gonna go through all of it now. This is the little bag that I use to store all of my gift ribbon. The bag is literally huge. This one is so cute though. I'm definitely gonna hold on to that. Okay, I don't actually know what the best way to store all of this is, but this is all of the like really beautiful bunting from Vivian's 3rd birthday. Christmas cards and Christmas stickers. Wow, these are so cute. I actually forgot that I had these really nice like blush pink papers, and I obviously tried my best to save these cute napkins from my daughter's 3rd birthday, but they've seen better days. I have a lot of really cute neutral balloons. I will not be wrapping any presents with that. Okay, and now we reorganize. Okay, so this is the new state of that drawer with everything that I've decided to keep. It's not perfect, but I can actually close this drawer now. I've decided to keep a couple of the best gift bags, the ones that were in good shape, tissue paper, some excess cards and stuff like that. I've got thank you cards, Christmas cards. I've got all of my best wrapping paper that's still in good shape back here. Over here, I have all my gift ribbon, a couple of excess candles, some like mini signs for parties and other just like party decor, and then all of my balloon storage under there. So I'm feeling good about how much I just threw out from this section specifically. Like, I cannot believe the amount of garbage that was just under my bed. Well, you guys, I am going to wrap this video up here. Every single time I do a thorough declutter of our house, I am always amazed by how many things are either just in the wrong spot, can be so easily given to someone else because we're not actually using it at all, or are honestly just trash or recycling that we have been holding on to in different pockets of our home for literally no reason. And so I hope that you guys are feeling encouraged to go and do a good and thorough declutter of your homes this spring as well. I'm feeling so excited that we're about to load up our family into the van and take bags and bags and bags of things to the thrift store to donate. And I'm also starting to get some ideas of potentially hosting like a little garage sale with some of the pieces that I think would be really fun to actually host a little sale for, like toys and other home decor things. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. But again, thank you guys for being here. I also wanted to remind you that if any of you guys are interested in checking out KiwiCo for your kids, they have given me a code for you guys. So all you have to do is head down to the description box of this video and use my link. And when you use the code BECK, you can save 20% off of any of their Panda Crate and 50% off if you are joining a club for a child over the age of 3. So thank you again to KiwiCo for working with me on today's video. Happy decluttering. I love you guys. I'm praying for you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.